What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and I know a lot of you have questions about the Armory update. When I first saw it, I was confused as well, so don't worry about that. It's actually a lot simpler than you think it is, and I'm going to try to explain it to the best of my ability. Now, what has happened is they've split the Armory into the offensive and defensive sides. There used to be 60 items and it counted for both your offensive and defensive teams. Now it's split down the middle, so that would be 30 and 30, but they added a sixth page. So this brings the total up to 36 items for your attacking team and 36 items for your defensive team. This effectively cuts your bonuses in half, but you don't have to worry because it does it to everyone. The other thing it does is it allows you to focus on offensive or defensive bonuses for your attacking and defending teams. Now, if you're someone who likes to use all balanced items, let's say you had all utility belts, or Stygian idols, or maybe you're buying all superconductors. Like you see right here, they're 2610 offense and defense, so that means they're a balanced item. But like I was saying, if you have all balanced items, then it really doesn't matter what slots you put them into. You're going to have a balanced offensive and defensive bonus for your attacking and defending teams. For the purpose of this example, let's just say you have all superconductors, the brand new item that gives you 2610 offense and defense. By putting 36 of this item on your attacking team, you'll end up with 93,960 total offensive and total defensive bonus. Then if you want the same balance on your defending team, you just place another 36 superconductors, and you'll end up with the same bonuses on that side, 93,960. So that would be a balanced armory. But let's say you have Wakandan insignias, or maybe you want to buy the new Deadpool core rings. Well, that's perfectly fine. You may have noticed that my offensive bonuses are higher than my defensive bonus. While I like to keep it kind of balanced, I do tend to go more for offense than defense. This allows me to do more damage and of course gain bigger numbers. Now if you're wondering when or how many to use of these high attack items, it's really up to you and the play style you're going for. For instance, if you're going to have a defending team that relies on alpha strikes or heavy damage, let's say you're using Quicksilver or Thor or Emma Frost or a combination, then you may want to go more for offensive bonuses. And that means you can use those Deadpool core rings or whatever you have that has mostly attack. Now if for some reason you want to use all Deadpool core rings, you're going to end up with 125,280 offensive bonus, but you're only going to have 62,640 defensive bonus. I really wouldn't recommend that. That can be referred to as a glass cannon. So basically you can dish out a lot of damage, but you can't take any. So at that point you're going to be relying on turn order and hoping that your attacks don't miss. This is why I opt for a more balanced approach, but lean a little bit towards attack. But hey, on defense, if you're going for a fast win or alpha strike team, it's something to consider. If you're someone who likes to change a lot, then you may want to go more for balanced. And I find myself changing teams throughout the entire season. The same thing goes on offense, but you know that you're facing the AI, and you have a lot more control over your team. So really it's going to be just a preference call there. You could go really high attack, or balanced, or you could even go defensive. And that's what we'll talk about next. If you do decide to go mostly defensive, or all defense, so let's say you have a stall team, a team like Angel and Rescue, and you want to drag the battle out as long as possible. You could go for the new item, the Grimoire, and get 36 of those. I don't have any of those, I just have one teleporter beacon. But if you did get 36, then your bonuses would be just the opposite of if you had all Deadpool core rings. So it would be 62,640 offensive bonus and 125,280 defensive bonus. Now this could work if, like I said, you're using a team that's trying to draw out the battle. Maybe you're trying to get to the improbability field and the Atom Smasher on your cube. Or maybe you just have an Outlast team that's trying to kill the opponent with dots. Dot teams are having a lot harder time since there is the cube, there's also the mystic, and then there's people like Rescue and things out there that'll erase them. but they used to be one really popular way for you to overcome a more powerful enemy. Either way, that's something that you have to decide with this, because you only get to unsocket all of your items once for free. After that, the second time you use the unsocket all, you will have to pay 20 gold. So try to think, what team are you going to use on offense as well as defense, and then socket appropriately. If you plan on using all balanced items, you'll have no problem. You can just put them in and you're done with it. But you may want to lean more towards attack and also decide on whether you're going to have an Alpha Strike team or just a normal team, or how often are you going to change your team altogether. If you're having difficulty deciding, go for a more balanced approach. And lastly, if you don't have a lot of the premium items to socket in your armory, as long as you're able to win on offense, you may want to put your most valuable items on defense. This could help you steal a few more wins on defense and help your overall rating. So anyways, that's about it for the Armory update. I really hope that this helped you and that it wasn't too confusing. Like I said, it's a lot simpler than it seemed. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please leave a rating, and go ahead and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, good luck, and take care.